I bet that hurts.
But the roses here are prisoners too. When morning comes around.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another SerenitySoloReacts. Today it is Soapy Sunday, so we are going to start with a show that I thought I'd watched, but I haven't after I looked into it. And that show is Prisoner Cell Block H. So I have seen this on YouTube, so hopefully I can get it on there. It will be cut down episodes of scenes of my choosing, hopefully about 15 minutes-ish, and then my ramblings on as well. So thank you everyone for watching, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. Hold on, when it Wentworth in... what's it called? Oh yeah, Wentworth Prison.
She bumped into me.
Well, she did. She weren't lying.
Please, no, please.
Hurt yourself now. Stop being stupid.
Please, I'll kill myself if you put me back in that plane.
And what did you do, love?
Running up and down bloody corridors, you'd swear we had nothing better to do. Can you cope now that a new intake just arrived?
Is that
I'm
it?
okay.
She just ran up the corridor.
Young lady, for your own sake. You find yourself ending up in solitary.
It's strict in that place.
Please.
I warned you, Sally. I warned you.
Yes, Sally, you were warned.
Your name?
I'm Travers.
Found guilty of the murder of your husband and sentenced to life in prison. Is that correct?
Yes.
I heard Travers.
Your name?
Lynn Warner.
Speak up.
Lynn Warner.
Lynn or Lynette?
Lynette. Look, I can turn
You'll have an opportunity to explain all that to the reception committee later. You're found guilty of kidnapping and attempted murder. Is that correct?
I can tell you.
Answer the question. Is that correct?
Someone
You're found
like her.
guilty and sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Yes.
Bloody hell.
You want me? No, but the doctor does. I'll check these two in. Right, thanks.
Maybe she's protesting of innocence, so
I'll
you
see if
never
I can
know.
find you a cup and match.
Thanks, mate.
She don't look like her.
Right. Let's check your
Like to
personal
commit those
property.
crimes.
Bags on the table. Now go over to that cubicle and strip off.
Why should I strip?
Do as you're told and don't ask questions.
I heard Travers before, now we've got Cannon.
Check that list of your
Someone been
belongings
using
and
him as
then
a
sign
ashtray?
it.
You fiddle with this other girl. Take the gown off.
You heard, sister. Take it off.
Oh, don't say I'm going to have to start
Turn around.
blurring this out. It's only 15, can't have nudity in.
What are those marks?
Just marks.
What's wrong?
Ever seen anything like those before?
What are they, Travers?
They're burns, cigarette burns.
Doctor had better see her.
All right. Now have your shower and put your robe back on. Through
I've
here.
got to apologise about the DVD sound quality. Like I say, I've tried to do enhancements, however, it is an old show, so I'm limited with what I can do. I'm trying to do my best for you.
What's wrong with you now?
So she did kill him.
Well, get in there then.
Mind you, it does look like he's been abusing her. So, maybe she did it out of madness, like... I don't know what the laws were like back then. I don't know if... I thought you were supposed to do that as soon as you go in.
What are you in for,
And
Lynn?
she's not going anywhere, is she?
I'm innocent.
Good, aren't we all? All bloody innocent. The only thing any of us ever did wrong was getting caught. Who knew?
Lynn Warner.
You kidnapped that kid. That poor bloody kid.
I didn't do
I
it.
read about it. You buried that kid alive. Now, if it hadn't been for the
Why
traffic
should I
jobs, you'd have
protect
killed
him
him.
then?
Oh, God.
You're going to be sorry for what you've done to that kid. I promise you. Here, Lizzie. Remember that little boy that was buried alive? Guess who did it?
Shouldn't she have been put straight into
You refer
detection?
to all officers as Miss or Mrs. Come on, pick it up.
Please, Miss Bennett, please.
You've got all day. Come on.
Man,
roll
that
next
reminded me
door.
of something that might happen on The Walking Dead.
You wish to lodge a complaint?
I just wish to be moved to a cell on my own.
Mrs. Jackson tells me you called Frankie Doyle an animal.
Yes.
Did she harm
Could have
you?
called it far
Did
worse.
she touch you?
Yes.
Where?
On the arm.
Young woman, let me give you a few words of advice. We'll do all we can to protect you in this prison. That's why we'll move you to a single cell. But if you run trying to report prisoners every time one of them touches you on the arm, you'll very quickly make a lot of enemies amongst the girls. But it was what
She's
she
British
said.
as well.
The girls say things, filthy things, and they can be very cruel. But you'll have to learn to live with it, because you will not be granted another interview with me on a trivial matter like this.
By the way, you're moving to another dormitory. Get your things packed immediately after lunch.
Why are you moving me?
Why, indeed.
You can't move her.
We can do anything we like, Doyle.
I won't let you move her.
The decision's already made.
No! Doreen stays with me.
What's the matter? Scared of getting lonely at nights? Come on, out! Move!
Frankie?
What's she gonna do? She's gonna turn into a werewolf? She hasn't got a little bit of a temper problem, she's got a massive temper problem.
Come on, I'll move Sally from the single cell.
Oh, Sally, you're getting some company, pack up. Hope you packed. Don't forget your toothbrush.
Come on, Sally, we're moving.
She don't need a toothbrush. It's been there 15 years though, so she must have some respect.
Well, that's nothing new for Frankie, is it?
And they're splitting us up.
Oh, yes, that would upset Frankie.
And Sally's hung herself. She's dead.
That poor girl. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you can stay out here if you like.
So all they've got separating them is a chain link fence that you can easily climb over. She must have a very long neck to lay on that pillow from her
You
bed.
calm down yet?
Piss off.
That's all you're capable of, isn't it? Filth.
Let me out of here for 2 minutes and you'll find what I'm capable of.
You're safe in here for the next 3 days, Doyle.
Yes, well, you won't be safe when I get out. None of yous will.
Any more trouble, we'll keep you in here for weeks.
Oh, so what? You going to stand there all day and gloat?
Bet you're dying for a cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's a
Pity.
bitch.
Against regulations.
Hey, I forgot to tell you. We got a new nickname for you. It's old B's idea. Want to know what it is? Vinegar tits. Hey, how about that, eh?
I remember that
Vinegar
from
tits.
Wentworth.
You really are the most uncouth slut, Doyle.
Oh, don't blame me, Vera. It's old B's idea. She thought it up.
Did she indeed?
Vinegar tits.
This mess should have been cleaned up an hour ago.
Ooh, you're right, Vera. But it's none of you screws that do it. We had to step in.
You know your problem, B? You've got a big mouth.
Aye.
This time you've gone too far with it. If that nickname you've given me is mentioned by one more girl in this place, well, I'm going to fix the lot of you, so help me.
What nickname?
You know what I'm talking about.
I damn well don't know what you're talking about.
What'd you call you, Miss Bennett?
So
Get out,
Francie
Lizzie.
just made it
You're
up.
already making the place even more of a mess. And it doesn't take 3 of you to clean up in here. Marilyn, you get your hands dirty for a change. And you two, back to the laundry.
Okay. Hey, Vera. I've forgotten what it was. The nickname?
I just should tell you even if you did say it.
Who the hell said I thought it up?
Oh,
What are you
hi.
doing here?
The officer just told me to watch you working.
Why?
The committee, they've decided to assign me here tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice. Why don't you go over here and I'll show you how to use the press?
Why have she harmed a child? Should be in protection. I
You
don't
put the gown
condone
on the
anyone
pad
harming
like this.
children, but
Make sure you haven't got any wrinkles, right? And you bring
Will
the
you put
press
them in
down with
with
a
the
bang.
women?
Right, now you do it.
Here, use this.
Thanks.
That's right.
They're setting up
Now
the
rub
green
your
screens
hand over
too.
it. Make sure you haven't got any wrinkles.
Whatever made me do a silly thing like that?
Oh,
I
I bet
must have
that
been too busy
hurts.
thinking about that poor bloody kid you buried alive.
Yeah, that's what must have happened, Bee.
Please.
What's the matter?
So is she going to kill herself as well?
I don't know where else to go.
What's wrong?
One of the women. They
It's
hate
extremely
me.
painful.
Oh, they believe I kidnapped the baby. They want to kill me.
How did it happen?
That woman in the laundry. She jammed it under the iron.
Which woman?
Don't tell, I've seen Wentworth.
B. Smith? Did you do
I know
something
what
to upset
happens.
her?
The people who
she-
tell that is.
She thinks I kidnapped Richie.
All right. We'll move you from the laundry. But I suggest you avoid talking to other prisoners about the Bentley baby.
So what was
Just
it? It was
listen to
two
me, I
charges,
didn't do
kidnapping
it.
something
Stop
else. I
saying
can't remember what it was.
keep saying
Young woman, I've studied the details of your case very thoroughly. You took that child and buried it in a hole out of spite because Mrs. Bentley fired you.
No, Richie was
You've had a
silly
fair
too.
trial and everyone, with the exception of yourself, is convinced you are guilty. Talk to B. Smith, will you, Mrs. Jackson, and report back to me. All right.
God, she seems very strict, doesn't she? Bloody hell.
When I arrived here, they said I was permitted one phone call.
That is correct.
I've changed my mind. I'd like to speak to someone.
You wish to have me phone someone for you?
Yes, please. His name's Larry.
Larry who?
I don't know his other name. He's the Bentley's gardener.
What's his phone number?
Well, he lives in a cottage in the grounds of the house. You'd have to phone the Bentley number.
Oh, I don't think we can do that.
Could I say she allowed
Why
to
do you
do
wish to
that?
speak to this man?
Well, he told me and knew I didn't do it. I just want to ask him to come and see me, that's all. Please, please phone, please.
What's the number?
I'm sure she won't be allowed to phone the place up where she took the baby from.
Hello?
Quite
I'm
posh.
sorry to bother you. I wonder if it would be possible to speak to Larry, please.
Larry, the gardener.
Yes.
Who's calling?
Is that Mrs. Bentley?
Yes.
I apologize for phoning like this, Mrs. Bentley. My name is Mrs. Davidson. I'm the governor of the Wentworth Detention Centre.
Oh, you're ringing for that Warner girl.
Yes. Look, if you could give me Larry's surname and address, we could write to him.
I'm afraid I can't do that for you, Mrs. Davidson. You see, Larry left over a week ago. I don't know where he is.
Oh,
Liar!
I'm sorry to have bothered you.
Oh, that's quite all right. Goodbye.
Has she set her up? But why would you want to do that?
Now stop that. Stop it. Or I'll put you back in that big hole.
Yeah, you got to feel sorry for her, don't you? wonder how long the stay in solitary for in here. Good way to give up smoking.
Doreen! Can you hear me, darling? Doreen!
I'm thinking there's no way she can hear you. Bloody hell.
Doreen! Can you hear me, love?
She's got a big voice, hasn't she? A loud mouth.
Doreen! What? You love me, darling? Yeah. Do you miss me, darling? Doreen!
Where the hell is she going? Right, so yeah, as I said before, I did think I'd seen that before, but, well, I nearly said unfortunately. I keep saying unfortunately, but when I checked the Wikipedia, I hadn't. I didn't look at any spoilers. I just read the beginning bit, like the setup to it, basically. Kind of a not a synopsis. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Just the beginning of a Wikipedia page before you get into all the spoilers, basically. And then it turned out I hadn't watched it, so we're watching it now together. It was a good first episode. I had our first death. I had our first steam press accident. I'm going to continue this. The way I'm going to do it is, because this is long form, it's going to be a bit harder to get a cut-off point like normal seasons will. Like I've just finished one season of another show. Can't get that on YouTube, unfortunately. It was blocked worldwide. But what's going to happen is this show is going to run until I find a suitable stop-off point. Then another show is going to take its place, and then same thing there, stop-off point, and then it's going to come back to this show. That's how all my shows on SerenitySoloReacts are going to work. There's going to be one season, which the stop-off point is going to be basically a season for me. So there's going to be one season, then there's going to be the first season of the second show, and then back to the first season. It's going to rotate until one of the season finishes. Another takes its place, but that's how it's going to always go. We've got Murder Mondays, which is crime shows. This is on Patreon. Full episodes. This is a cut down on YouTube. All the full episodes are on Patreon. So we've got Murder Mondays, as of recording this. I'll say it again, Murder Mondays, Terrifying Tuesdays. Murder Mondays is for crime shows, Terrifying Tuesdays is for horror shows, Funny Fridays, which is sitcoms, comedies, and then Soapy Sundays, which is like soaps or long-running serial dramas. So that's how it's going to work there. So I hope you'll join me, whether it's these cut-down versions or you want to jump straight onto the Patreon. I'd love for you to join me, and if you could please like, comment and subscribe if you're on YouTube. I did that through the entire other series, but Goodnight Sweetheart, it's Goodnight Sweetheart the other season, but I couldn't do it, so I couldn't get it on YouTube. So thank you very much for watching. With that, I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.